There's a big deal here between CoreWeave and Meta. First, I just want to say CoreWeave was up about 7.5% after what I'm just about to say was announced. It's now up just about 1%. So definitely losing some steam. But CoreWeave has struck a $21 billion deal to supply computing power to Meta platforms. These two already had a deal, so this is just really an expansion. This is going to go through the year 2032. So CoreWeave will provide AI cloud capacity to Meta from multiple data centers, powered in part by NVIDIA's AI chips. So let's get NVIDIA in there too.
Right, of course.
It builds on that $14 billion agreement the companies had previously reached that ran through 2031.
Okay, I'm lost. Livingston, New Jersey.
Love it.
550 employees.
Yep.
This is not a Dow Jones Industrial Average component, is it?
No, but they've got some awesome technology. That's what Mandeep tells me. He says they got awesome technology. Anurag Ran is telling me the same thing. So yeah, Livingston, New Jersey, great spot there. But yeah, that's the tech people want. So
this CoreWeave.
Yeah.
Meta is all in on CoreWeave.
Yep.
All right, let's move over to Amazon. It's up 1.5% here this morning. Andy Jassy, the CEO, out with the company's annual shareholder letter. There's a bunch of nuggets in there. He said that the company would use the next year to focus on expanding rural delivery. They're going to invest heavily in robotics and generative AI. Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
He actually announced plans to invest $200 billion in CapEx in this year, actually, largely focused on AI, which he calls a once-in-a-generation, technological shift.
Ready? They don't deliver books like they used to.
No.
They used to be wrapped. You get them perfect and pristine. Oh my God, Jeff Bezos, how did you do that?
Right.
And now book after book after book. The packaging's not
Here's
working.
CapEx numbers, Tom. You like CapEx?
Yeah.
2022, CapEx for Amazon, $60 billion. This year, $200 billion, as you were just reporting.
Yeah.
And like, seriously, they've changed the economy in New Jersey. Down to Philadelphia.
Everywhere. That absolutely.
Allentown and all
fulfillment centers everywhere.
Are they set the wage?
I think so. I think people say, what's the minimum wage? I say, whatever Amazon's paying.
Exactly.
That's it. I don't care what the government says.
I can't say enough, folks, the impact here. You're on fire today. You're all tech.
All right. Well, let's go 3 for 3. Constellation Brands. Okay, this is...
That's tech.
This company is down about 1%, down 18% over the past year. Projected slower than expected growth for its beer business. Now, this is the company behind Modelo and Corona.
I see that a lot, Modelo.
You
Much
do.
More.
You know what? Modelo is now the top-selling beer in the country.
Yeah, when did that happen?
It unseated Bud Light.
Yeah, interesting.
But still, overall, the beer category is weakening. And remember, Constellation sold off several wine brands last year because wine had been especially hit hard by the younger generation, right? Younger folks not drinking as much, including wine.
There's all those silly things. What are they? The White Claws and all that stuff.
I just cannot get into it.
A few years ago, 10,600 employees, Western New York, Rochester. The Sands family started. We're gonna do like a beverage thing.
Yeah.
And it started out way back, Constellation Brands.
Oh, is that how it started? I didn't know
that. It just kept getting more ginormous, and this is Richard Sands and all. But it's one of those stories that started out.
And then they became this behemoth of an alcohol behemoth.
They were like at Gitsy's having white hots on Monroe Avenue, Zweigel white hots, and they said, let's start a company where we distribute beverages.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, their outlook wasn't too great either. It came in below estimates. So, market pushing Constellation Brands down. Like I said, about 1% right now.
Major shout out to the Sands family and what they've done for Constellation Brands.